update. I'm 26 weeks and 4 days today, doing this back on a Thursday today. Get straight into it. I had my midwife appointment last Wednesday, and it went much better than last time I saw her. Liam did come with me, but as a general I felt like she was a lot more chattier anyway. She just seemed a little bit more in a better mood, I suppose. We talked about pelvic girdle pain and obviously all of that, what's going on down there, and she was obviously fairly concerned, especially because it's quite early, and I've never experienced it before. She asked about, you know, previous my last pregnancy, and yeah, she said that, you know, it unfortunately is quite common. Well, she's referred me to Physio, which I've got to ring up and sort out appointments for and everything. And they're going to give me, I think she said that I'll get fitted for a support belly band or something like that. Which I'm you know, I'm glad that she's definitely pursuing me, helping me into doing something about it. But at the same time, she was honest in saying that it's probably not going to get overly great, like better. Obviously there's things I can do to ease it, and that's what the physio is there for. But at the end of the day, it's probably is going to get more painful the bigger I get, the further along I go. I feel like I'm starting to manage it better. I mean, like, it still hurts, it's still definitely there, it's not going to go away. But I definitely am pacing myself a little bit more, making sure that I'm bending properly and everything like that. Just not trying to do things too strenuous for my back, and giving myself enough time to rest as well. Because that's what I said, you know, when I looked it up, a lot of things had said, you know, to make sure you're exercising regularly and all that, and I definitely was. And she was saying, well, actually that could be what's aggravating it. Like, there's different things that can aggravate it for different people. And she said walking could be, and like doing the exercises that I have been doing could be, you know, making it kind of worse. She's saying not just stop doing them. Obviously I'll probably talk about it properly with the physio and go through all of that, but still I feel like I'm glad that we've got somewhere, and I'm going to get sort of some help for it, and yeah, I just feel a little bit more okay about it ish. We didn't talk too much into baby size. We sort of briefly covered it, and she measured my fundal height this week, last week, and it's spot on. So I'm measuring 25 weeks, 25 centimetres. And so she has no concerns whatsoever about me being small or baby being small, so that sort of gave me a bit more peace of mind as well. And I definitely feel like I'm still definitely gaining weight gradually. As you can see, my weight now 8.2, another pound even. So yeah, like, I'm definitely feel like I'm progressing, even if it's slowly but surely. I am getting there, and I do feel like he's definitely strong and active. So and the other thing that we talked about was me feeling dizzy and quite out of breath sometimes and stuff. So she wanted me to do another blood test sooner. I've got my glucose test, which is when I'm 28 weeks, so it's in 2 weeks time. But she wanted me to get one done sooner so that we could check my iron levels and everything like that, and see if I need extra tablets sort of thing. See, I'll get out of breath now. I know it's normal to get out of breath in pregnancy, but it's normally later on, at least it was for me like last time. So I've got my blood test tomorrow. So hopefully that'll give us a bit of a better idea of, just check everything. It might turn out that everything's okay anyway. It might literally just be part of pregnancy and part of the symptoms and part of, like, you know, everything that's going on. So either way, it's just nice to know that things are being done and things are being checked out. That's what I wanted at the end of the day. So moving on to symptoms. Like I said, my pelvic girdle pain has still been a problem, still been painful. It's definitely more when like I've said before, when I've stopped and I lay down and I go to get up again. Getting out of bed or turning over in bed is the hardest. I pretty much always have to have something between my legs now to go to sleep. I tend to not have a pillow because I don't like having to swap from side to side. So me and Liam now, he has a blanket and I have the duvet. No, I feel a bit bad, but at the same time it's helped me so much to sleep better, because I can roll up half the duvet you know, cuddle it sort of thing and still have a lot over me. As it gets to winter, we might have to invest in another duvet, because I'd rather get another spare duvet than buy a pregnancy pillow, because I just didn't find even using pillows that helpful either. And a lot of them seem to be just on one side, and I toss and turn so much that I just couldn't sleep just on one side with a pregnancy pillow. So I think this is a better option. My heartburn hasn't actually been that bad this week, and then last week it was pretty bad. But yeah, it seems to have calmed down a bit. I don't know why, if there's any particular reason, whether it's just baby or whether it's something that I'd eaten last week, I don't know. But yeah, it hasn't been too bad. Definitely still having weird dreams, like constantly, and I've started to have a little bit of like pregnancy insomnia on and off, like just falling asleep sometimes has been a little bit harder this last week. Before, I mean, I was so tired, I just used to pretty much go to sleep. I mean, I still don't think I slept well, in terms of, you know, I slept quite lightly. But now I'm even really struggling to start to even get to sleep again. I know I had this quite badly with Isla. I had pregnancy insomnia, so it was bound to kind of happen, really, I suppose. But yeah, I like my sleep. I want my sleep, so I need to rest. My belly has definitely been itchy, and I've got stretch marks. You probably can't tell in the video that in the beginning bit, but they're mainly around my belly button, at the top and at the bottom. They're not like really bad, they're like sort of bluey type ones. Sometimes they look worse than others, it just depends on how big I'm guessing my belly is. But I've been using my belly butter every night as much as I can, trying to do it. I mean, I definitely was better with Isla, but I don't know now whether it's doing it just anyway because of pregnancy, whether my belly's growing quicker, I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I think it's about the same as what I had last time, like size-wise, because I was measuring exact last time with Isla, so I don't think my belly is that much bigger. I do think it got bigger initially quite quickly, but the fact that the stretch marks are showing now says to me that something's not quite right. I don't know if it's the weather as well that could be affecting it, because it's been obviously really hot. I wonder if it's like been drying out my belly, but I've been moisturising, like I said. But the main thing that I kind of wish I'd been able to do from the beginning is have the same belly butter that I had with Isla, so that I could have seen whether it was just because it's a different pregnancy or whether literally that belly butter was actually working. But I can't find it anywhere. It was LeMay's belly rub, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it with Isla. I used most of it quite quickly and then ended up using the other stuff towards the end, but I think it still worked. And I really wish I had that one, because I really like the consistency. Whereas at the moment I'm using the Mama Bee, Burt's Bees Mama Bee, which I've heard quite good things about this, but it's just a normal cream, and I kind of want more of a waxy texture. And I use this and my Body Shop Mono Miracle Oil, but I swap between those two. I just don't feel like it's enough. I just don't feel like it's really doing anything. I'm going to keep using them, obviously, but I might try and look into getting something else. If there's any stretch mark creams that you guys like swear by, then I might try them. But I just don't know. Like, I know it's one of those things that people just say, you know, you either get them, you don't. Whether you try your hardest to moisturise, it's kind of bound to happen anyway. And I got quite lucky with Ireland with not getting any, so no, I suppose I'm about to get one. Everything, I've pretty much had everything with this pregnancy, so not too shocked. Yeah, baby has definitely been a lot more active recently. He seems to have days where he's like incredibly active, like, you know, proper belly rolls, you can see my belly moving loads, and then the next day he'll be quite quiet, and obviously that's a bit like, oh my gosh, like, is he okay? But I kind of just feel like that he's got into a pattern of that now, so I kind of feel like it's just him. Like, I feel like he has more of an active day and then he has more of a lazy day, which we do as well, so I guess that's, you know, it's just normal. And Isla, like I said, was constantly active, so I just got used to her moving all the time. So yeah, obviously having to learn what a different baby is like is definitely making this whole experience feel brand new again. But obviously, like I've said before, I still absolutely love feeling him move, and Liam's being able to watch my belly a lot more. I've recorded a few bits, but nothing major, because every time I get out my camera, he seems to stop, typically. He might be like properly rolling around, and then I'll go like, okay, quick. No, he stops. But yeah, he's starting to react more with, like, you know, when I push him, he pushes me back and stuff. Like last night we were laying there in bed, like probably just, you know, playing with him, and it's just amazing, you know, like you forget how much, just, it's still mind-boggling that there's a little human body parts that are poking me, and I don't know what they are, and you know, like I'm poking different parts of him, and I'm like, I want to know what it is. I want a window to my belly. I want to see what's exactly going on. I just, I can't wait to meet him. I feel like it's taking forever, but it's the 1st of September today, so I feel like I'm a bit more on a countdown now. We're starting to head towards autumn and starting to head towards Christmas, so it's getting a bit more exciting. All the shows that start doing like their rundown to Christmas have started up, so yeah, that makes it a little bit more, you know, I'm like, yes, we're getting somewhere. I still need to book and look into properly the whole scan thing. I've just completely like forgot about it. We've been fairly busy, so yeah, I need to properly look into that, and hopefully I can get it within the next 2 weeks, because obviously the cut-off is like 28 weeks. Like once I think it's after 28 weeks, so I've got to do it before I get to 29 weeks, I think. But yeah, so hopefully we can still do that scan and whatnot. I just got to find one local to us, because I'm not sure if they have one close enough or not yet. So yeah, anyway, that's everything. So thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.